All right, so today I'm gonna show you how to make $15,000 more than your neighbor on the sale of your home without raising your list price. Now, this is a real case study. I'm gonna be using real data from one of the homes that I recently sold and one of the neighbors that recently sold right after us. I'm not gonna reveal their addresses because Texas is a non-disclosure state, but all the numbers that I'm using in this video are 100% real. Okay, so we have two houses, same neighborhood, almost the same block, and they're very similar in square footage. One of them is 1840, the other one is about 1860. Now, our house, that's gonna be house A, it's priced at $250,000. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it also has a little office. House B is the competition house. It's priced at $259,000. It is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and instead of an office, it has a formal dining area. Now, the first thing that we have to do is make those two sit on a level playing field. And the way we do that in our pricing is called adjustments. So an adjustment is just taking two features that don't match up, giving it a dollar figure or a price, and then applying that to one of the houses that has the extra feature that the other one doesn't have. So the easy way to say that is ours is 3-bed, theirs is 4-bed. Okay, we were able to deduce by looking at comparables that a bedroom in that area is worth about $5,000. So if they're priced at $259,000 and we're priced at $250,000, I'm gonna take $5,000 off of their $259,000 in order to get us on the level playing field. Now they're priced at $255,000, we are priced at $250,000 with our adjustments in mind. Now it looks like we're $5,000 behind right now, right? Let's keep going. I'm going to show you how this all plays out. So when it comes to selling your house, it's not all about the price, okay? The price is going to help determine the terms, and the terms are where you can really win or lose in a transaction. And that is one of the places where we were able to take a slight advantage, okay? So that house priced at $259,000 via the MLS, they gave away about $12,000 in closing costs. Those were seller paid closing costs on the buyer's behalf. Now, for our house, we paid $7,000 in closing costs. Let's talk about the neighbor. They paid $12,000 in closing costs on behalf of the buyer. So if we take that $12,000 from our adjusted price of $255K, that puts us at $243,000. Now, let's look at our house. We were priced at $250,000 and we paid $7,500 in seller paid closing costs on the buyer's behalf. Now, this is due to our market. We're in a market where it is pretty much customary for the seller to pay the closing costs on behalf of the buyer. We're in a strong buyer's market. It's just kind of the way things go. But the other things that you do to your house are gonna be the deciding factor on whether you're paying a little bit or a lot. Okay, so right now, the net proceeds for my seller is right at about $242,500. The net proceeds for our competition is $243,000. So we're still down by $1,000. We got more work to do. Now let's talk about repairs. So in their listing, they advertised that they were gonna be given $3,000 to repair the flooring. All right, and we spent right around $3,000 to get our house ready for the market. Now, I don't know what they spent on any further repairs because during negotiations, typically sellers are gonna have to repair the house even more. But I know we spent a total of $3,000, and I know that they spent about $3,000 on flooring. So that brings us down a little bit further. We're at $239,500, they are at $240,000. Here's where it gets tricky. We negotiated a 2% buyer's agent commission. Now, 2% on $250K, that's a $2,500 savings. Now, based on a phone call that I made, I know that that other seller paid 3% in buyer's agent commission. So that right there is about a $2,500 savings. We're finally ahead. Now it's starting to get interesting. Here's where the big chunk of the savings comes in. One of the biggest, and that is holding cost. See, the thing that I didn't tell you about our two sales is our days on market was 4. Their days on market, 114. All right, that's 3+ months of mortgage payment, 3.8 to be exact. So let's round up to 4 and say we got $2,500 in holding costs for each month. That is going to be taxes, insurance, principal and interest, as well as utility costs, because it was in the middle of the summer, so it was not cheap. That is $10,000 in closing costs. Now we're ahead by about $12,000. And here's where things get even more interesting. And these are the things that can happen the longer you hold the house. So when we went on the market, this house was already on the market. Okay, so I definitely used it in my comparable sales data. And to be 100% real with you guys, they priced at $265 at first and went down to the $259. Now, here's the kicker. Here's the thing that happens, the thing that you cannot plan for. I dug in the data on that house, and I looked at their seller's disclosure, and lo and behold, that house had to get a new roof while they were still on the market. New roof, brand new roof, class 3 resistant. Like they did a good roof on it, right? And so if we calculate the estimated deductible on getting a new roof, that is like assuming that they used insurance and they had a deductible, I'm gonna estimate about $5,000. That could definitely be more, right? Could definitely be more, but I'm gonna do a conservative estimate of them paying about $5,000 out of pocket in order to get that roof changed. Now, we had a roof that was a little bit over a year old, so it was in pretty good shape. But anything could have happened during the course of being on the market to make that roof go from all good to all bad. One hailstorm could just change all of that, and you have to now change out your roof. Whereas if you would have priced it competitively at first, you might have been able to get rid of it a lot faster and not be on the market so long as to having to sell the roof. And so there we are, $15,000 richer than our neighbor, because we priced properly, positioned properly, and presented properly. Okay, we did all the repairs up front to make sure that our house is in good shape. We priced it to make sure that anybody that looks at this house and looks at our house, they can figure out that ours is a clear winner. Now, price doesn't fix everything. You got to know the pain points of your market. Here in our market, price will fix it all. Okay, and we didn't price drastically under, only slightly. Remember, the adjusted price of our competition was $255 while we were at $250. So we weren't that far away from one another. But here's the kicker. Your home is its most valuable the first week on the market. If you can get multiple offers like we did in the first week, you're going to have even more leverage. More leverage equals better terms. Better terms equals more money in your pocket when you walk away from the closing table. So it can seem really counterintuitive when we tell you to price this way, but the hope is that we price lower and drive our net up rather than price high and then end up getting negotiated down. And I hear a lot of sellers say that this is what they want to do. I want to price high so that can leave some room for negotiation. But what you're doing is already putting yourself in a weaker negotiating position. We want to negotiate from a place of strength. We know we're priced well. We know we're priced strong. And now from here, our net proceeds are only gonna go up. Same street, similar size, but the higher price did not win. The higher net proceeds won, okay? So if you wanna get an idea of what your home might sell for and what you might walk away with after it's all said and done based on our pricing strategy, all you gotta do is click the link down below, book a session, let's talk through it. We're more than happy to guide you. We appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me here today. A couple more videos over there if you wanna check them out. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.